Tens of thousands of Chinese citizens are not paying their new construction mortgages. And so the question is this an indicator of a slowing real estate market in China? And is this going to bleed over into the United States? And is there any indicators to prove that this could be what's happening here in Utah? Well, let's talk about it. My name is Peyton Clancy Fairbanks, and welcome to my show. The first article I want to talk about today is Mortgage Boycott Shows How Deep China's Property Crisis Goes. Pretty much talking about how there's tens of thousands of Chinese citizens who are choosing not to make their mortgage in China right now for their new construction. You need to have a little bit of a background understanding of where they're coming from. One, in China, the second that your new build starts is when you start making your mortgage payment. So you could have 1 or 2 years of a new build paying a mortgage while also on top of that making it so that you're also paying for rent. This is a huge problem for the Chinese citizens, as 76% of their wealth is typically tied into the primary residence that they have. And so where this started with just 900 buyers, it's grown into tens of thousands choosing to not make their payments. Where it started with 28 projects, it's expanded to 301. And on top of that, it was just with Evergrande at the start, but after they had defaulted on one of their loans, it's starting to expand out to other companies as well. A huge concern, and it is showing a possible weakening of the Chinese real estate market. This accounts for right around $296 billion worth of loans, which is a drop in the bucket for the actual total loan amount in China. But the larger question is this going to expand into something bigger? Is this going to prove that there's a weakening of the Chinese real estate system? There's some indicators saying that it's not. There's something like the market in China is starting to stabilize with sales going up in May. So it's not a guarantee one way or the other. But what you have to understand is that there's problems that are occurring because of companies like Evergrande defaulting on their loans. And on top of that, Chinese citizens are sick and tired of these huge price increases, all of these problems that all of these companies have started creating. And on top of that, because they make mortgage payments at the start of the new build, that's why the Chinese real estate system is in this problem right now, as it had so much money pumped up at the start that it made it so that they could create a balloon for themselves in China. So that's where we want to start today. But then we take this, we understand what's happening in China, is it happening in the United States? And we go into our second article. The second article that I really want to talk about today is Grim Outlook for Housing Market, National Association of Homeowners CEO warns. Home builders' confidence in the market for newly built single-family homes has dropped 12 points. It now is at 55, which still indicates a positive sentiment. I don't understand the complete scale, but pretty much understand it's 0 to 100. Above 90 is like extreme optimism. Above 70 is pretty good optimism. Above 50 is still positive optimism on the market. But it dropped by 10 points, which is the largest drop it's ever seen in a month span in its entire lifespan or whatever and whatnot. And so 13% of builders in the HMI survey said that they have lowered prices. And so we are starting to see lowering prices here in the United States. We're starting to see these new construction, which have just been absolute Goliaths over the last couple of years, starting to have some concerns. Now let's talk a little bit about the Utah real estate market and some of the trends that we're actually seeing here. We want to talk about new builders. The only one that I know fairly well is Visionary Homes here up here in Cache Valley. So their Avon at Eastview Landing is priced at $516,400. That is what their starting price is. And there's one current model home that's for sale that's priced at $554,900 with a $25,000 or $20,000 decrease. So they still aren't really in the realm of losing money. I mean, there's a couple of additions on here and stuff like that, but you can see that they're similar priced. The same with the Weaver at the Village of Fox Meadows. It's priced at $444,490. Where right now they have one listed at $504,990. It also probably has some additions and stuff like that, but it's showing that we're not seeing a huge price decrease quite at this moment yet. Definitely things that make you realize that things aren't selling quite as quickly with these homes being on the market. Well, one's been on the market for 3 days, the other's been on the market for 30 days, but not necessarily a huge price decrease that we're seeing at this moment. Could be coming, but we're not seeing it right now. And then next, the Blackhawk condos that are for sale at the south end of Logan I thought was just one of the best comparables, because usually there's 2 or 3 of those that have sold, and they should be a quick indicator to see if the market is decreasing in value. And so far, for the first quarter, they were at $278,000. For the second quarter, they're at $297,000 in median sold price. So we still haven't seen a price decrease. Will it be interesting to see what happens in the third quarter for sure, but there's no indicators or numbers right now showing that prices are decreasing. Homes are on the market for longer than they've been in a long time. Homes aren't selling for as much as quickly as they have in the past, where they've been increasing in price by like 1% a month. So those indicators are definitely there, but we don't have any quite yet showing a price decrease here in Utah. So no, I think that the market's a little bit more stable, and we're not seeing quite as many problems as what they're seeing in China, but it could be coming. This is just the stats that we have here at the moment. So thanks so much for watching this video. If you do have any questions, feel free to shoot me a text, call, email, whatever you think is best. If you found any of this information useful, please like and subscribe. It's super useful. Other than that, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a really great day.
Once upon a time, there was a dumb millennial. All he wanted to do was learn some stuff so he could grow. But we all know that it just ain't so. 'Cause he's dumb because he's a millennial, yeah, yeah. Dumb millennial, oh yeah, he's a dumb millennial, yeah.